Yeah, welcome to the Friends of Cal Crew kickoff, and thanks to the McNairs for hosting, and look forward to a great year this year, 2013. So come out to the races, please. We had a really strong freshman class again. Not just they were second at the IRA, but we had a strong group of novice kids. We had 4 novices in the first boat, but we also had 6 freshmen in our 2 4s. So it was a deep class, and all of them are doing well. So we had back-to-back good freshmen. So the sophomore and junior class are going to be sort of carrying the banner this year. And we have a decent group of recruits, so we're looking forward to a strong season. I mean, I think last year, you know, in the top boats we had some issues with injuries and illness, but I think the guys fought hard. Still, a third place finish as a team at the IRA was a good position. Not where we want to be. We want to be on top, but you know, I think the guys performed well. So we're looking for a little bit better result this year. Yeah, you know, some of these novice kids rode in the summer and made big improvements. You know, some rode at CRC, some rode at other clubs, and you know, I think that some of the guys that didn't make the boats last year are actually some of our top people now. So I think the summer rowing is really the key for a lot of them.
Is that November? Hey, good to see you. I haven't seen you since the...
Well, we've owned this house since '86, so it might have been as long as '86. That might have been our first year, and believe me, it's always a pleasure to do it. And we've always had great weather like this every year, and they think that I just order it every year this way, but it's always like this here on the Richmond Riviera, and so it's always a thrill, and to get everybody together and to hear from the coach. Yeah. We got to get this meeting underway.
The costs have obviously continued to go up because as the state gives less money to the university, and they charge more for scholarships. It's really a big piece of it that continues to go up. So that's our constant fight. The university has now gotten us to a point where they are now only supporting us with $250,000 a year. Basically, it's their annual funding. After that, you know, you do the math. So the next $1 million comes from the endowment, which is running at $370,000 right now. The rest is up to us, and we continue to do it. The parents have really stepped up. Andy Weaver is here, who's running the parents group this year. They've again.
And very excited to be back here at Cal and be part of all this again.
Yeah, you know, the CRC, you know, the Friends of Cal Crew, and then also training for the Olympic team. It was definitely a lot to juggle, no question about it, but thankfully, you know, my boss, Gary, and Andy, were so supportive of me trying out for the team that they allowed me to try out for the team and you know, not necessarily be in the office for, you know, normal business hours, I guess I'd say. And I was able to you know, do a lot of work from a laptop or from my phone or do it you know, at odd hours, you know, and they also, the whole office gave a lot of support throughout the entire year. So I had some help, absolutely had some help, but and you know, I'm very fortunate to have the support that I did. Yeah, the overseas experience was great. I mean, it was, I really didn't know what to expect. You know, you hear stories, you know, going to the Olympics, the Olympic Village, you hear stories about all this clothes you're going to get. And so, you know, we finally left to go to London, and, you know, we landed. It was early in the morning when we landed, I think 7 a.m., and went straight from the airport to team processing. That's where you get all your gear, and you get, you know, like 2 suitcases, 2 backpacks. You get tailored up for your opening and closing ceremony outfits, and you know, even not getting the gear was awesome, don't get me wrong, but what was also cool about it was when we went in there to get tailored up, we were standing next to the men's gymnasts, or you see the other athletes from the other teams, and that's something you never get to see. I mean, from back home watching the Olympics, you see these people on TV, and they're bigger than life. He's just so famous. Everyone you see in the Olympics, and when you're there with them, they're normal people. Everyone's a normal person, but watching from back home, they seem so much bigger than that. And I think it was really special to get there, and that made it really feel different than anything else I've been through. I think we were pretty fortunate to be in London with rowing, because it's a massive sport in London. There was 30,000 people there, over 30,000 people there for the final day of racing. And coming into the last 700 meters, you couldn't hear a thing. I mean, the shores were lined with fans, the grandstands were packed, and we had Great Britain in our race, who was battling for the lead as well. So it was a roar, and we expected it to be loud. I thought the cut in Seattle was loud. This just blew that out of the water. I mean, it was loud. You never in rowing have I seen TV cameras. I mean, they had a camera that stretched the entire length of the rowing course and followed us from above. Cameras on the sides. I mean, the organizing committee did a fantastic job, and the racing was spectacular. Came back from London and right back to work. Thankfully the summer was a little bit quieter for us, but coach is optimistic and excited about the year, which is great, and the guys seem in good spirits. And we're on my job is to run the friends group with Andy, and so our main goal is fundraising money, and the crew is we have an endowment, but we're not fully endowed, so we right now our goal is to raise $400,000 annually, and we did it last year, and we're going to do it again this year.